that's in New York as well.
That's New York as well.
Yeah, that was a fun shoot. That was really a fun shoot. That was one of the first pictures that I used as a transition from Rabbit Holes and Revelations to Not Wonderland, and I was still shooting in 35mm format. The three guys on the left, they were actually models that I hired. And I purposely searched for guys that could look like thugs, from the city. And it's funny because they're so not. But I mean, when I was one of them is, it's just this beautifully flamboyantly gay guy. I loved him to death, and he just he puts the hat on. He said, "Is this right?" And I said, "That's great." But they really played the part so well, and we did this fun shoot in an underground parking garage, in fact. So the guys on the left, I had them pretend that they were, playing, poker or whatever, doing whatever on the street. And I was completely separate from it. Again, it's a little obvious that I'm showing how I don't belong in this kind of environment.
There's quite a bit. I like the contrast here, like both like with the dark and the light. But again, also you kind of separate away from what's going on here. And then also the composition I really like. I like how you have the odd numbers to the left 3 and then a 1 on the other side there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the interesting thing about me with composition, when getting back to university for a minute, I had to take a class called 2D design. And 2D design is a class that teaches you about not just design, but composition. And when the teacher was trying to explain it and trying to have us do things, I didn't understand how she was explaining it. I just did the assignment the way she asked. And she pulled me aside one day and she said, and I'm not saying this to sound pretentious or anything, but she said, where did you learn how to compose? And I said, I didn't. And she said, well, you have a natural eye for it. So I kind of tend to do, I'm a big fan of the left-right thing. So I tend to always have something off-centered. I never have anything centered, and I try to look for lines and things that will aid the eye to what I want them to really look at. And I think that shot that you just posted is one of my favorite. That's why it's one of my favorites, because the banister, the thing that goes up the stairs, it really brings the line down to me. And I didn't at first. I wasn't sure that was going to work because of the way the guys were set up, but I think it did.
You also have that little bit of light right at the bottom of it too that highlights that. It's past the guys and kind of points off to you.
Yeah, that was an accident, because I don't really know where that light came from, because I didn't use any artificial light. This is just light from inside the garage. So I don't know how that happened, in fact.
Well, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.